Hey guys, hope everyone's doing really well tonight or today. I wanted to quickly discuss the reasons why you're dehydrated, and if you don't think you are, why you actually might be dehydrated. A lot of us are nowadays. It's very easy to get dehydrated without realizing it. So I've also struggled with this as well. So I think I want to put together a few tips just to help or educate yourselves, and also me when I go off track again. Now, by no means am I a water expert or anything like that, but these are some things that help me. And like I said, I can always go back to this and kind of review it whenever I need. Because yeah, like I said, it's easy to get dehydrated, and we'll get into the reasons why and actually my experiences too. So, why does hydration actually matter? Now, it kind of is. It's like it's a little bit like sleep. It's a building block to actually living a decent life, and actually, most of the functions in our body actually requires water. So, if you're not hydrated enough, you're certainly going to feel it. Whether it's through sluggishness, whether it's through brain fog, whether it's through not feeling yourself, or some more serious things as we'll get into. But hydration is key. It's very important that you stay hydrated. Now, look, for the most part, water is totally fine, but people, especially athletes, they tend to hydrate through things like fruit, and also products with electrolytes. For example, your Powerades. I actually have one here. But if you can kind of integrate different ways of getting hydrated in your diet, that's fantastic, and we'll get into why later on. Um, and look, I mean, anywhere you Google online, they're going to say hydration keeps you cool and reduces muscle cramps and injuries when exercising. This would be for more, I guess, athletes or people who exercise regularly, and things like electrolytes really come into play here, more than just water, for example. I've also written that hydration can boost cognitive performance, including focus, memory, and decision making. Now, really, it doesn't exactly boost it, but being hydrated maintains it, whereas dehydration will actually take away from that, and you'll start experiencing brain fog, cloudiness, sluggishness. So hydration will keep that from happening. Now, I personally actually ended up getting some decent sized kidney stones from not hydrating enough. Now, the kidney stones weren't caused through not hydrating, but the fact that I wasn't hydrating enough meant that they weren't getting flushed out, and they kind of were able to build up over time. Now, if I drank my 2.5 liters a day, would I have been fine? Potentially, yeah, but this just wasn't something I was doing at the time. Nor was it something that I cared about. So, and look, there's different things, with water and hydration being such a key part of your body. There are obviously other things that can go wrong by not hydrating enough, but that was just something from my experience. Now, look, like I said, I'm not an expert, but some common signs that you're dehydrated, at least I felt, for me, was that you're craving water, or you realized in your mind, I haven't had water in a little bit. Um, it's likely if you're feeling that way, you're dehydrated. And for me, that was normally, 2, 3, 4 hours of not going to the tap, getting some water and drinking it. I might have had coffee, I might have had a soft drink, but I would never go and get some, water just as is. I just wouldn't. And that meant that I was regularly craving water because I was dehydrated. Look, some other signs, do you feel okay generally? Are you a little bit sluggish? Do you have a headache? Are you feeling dizzy? Um, I've actually added here trouble eating because personally, like when my throat is really dry, I actually have trouble eating specific foods. So I'll notice that I'll actually, it'll get stuck in my throat and I need to like drink water or whatever it is really quickly. That for me was a sign. And also, for example, if you go into the bathroom and your pee is, really yellow or even brown, 100% sign you need to hydrate, you need to drink some water. Um, yeah, that's not a good thing. And then, for the athletes, they would probably already know about this, but if they're dizzy, or for example, if you're running, I know I've personally experienced this, but if you're running and you're getting, you're starting to feel a little bit dizzy, or you're having some muscle cramps, you're not running your best. Little things like this, come into play when you're dehydrated. So, yeah. Now, how to stay hydrated? This is it's pretty simple in practice, but for me personally, I found it quite hard. But I am getting better at it. Now, the things I've been able to do to help me, for example, setting up a system to regularly drink water, whatever reminder, or placing a cup of water or a bowl of water near you, that was really helpful. I also had it so that someone, at work could, get up with me every 1 to 2 hours. We'd go for a little walk and we'd pass by the cafe and we'd actually get some water. Normally we would go and get coffee, but, for the purposes of this, I would also say I need to get some water. So I do that as well. And look, if you're an athlete or if you even exercise a little bit, it's really important to include electrolytes in your diet. Um, Electrolyte rich foods and drinks, because you'll inevitably sweat these electrolytes out, and then that's when you can kind of get your cramps and your dizziness. So the biggest one here, personally, I've listed the four: sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. The biggest one personally would be your sodium. Like, that would be the most important electrolyte, and that's just salt, really. When we sweat, we lose a lot of salt, and drinks like the Powerade I just had, or sodium rich whole foods actually will help restore that for you, which is really important. Yeah, I've touched on the water and electrolytes via fruit and soft drinks, or sports drinks. Sorry, not soft drinks. And look, I've said here reduce things like coffee and alcohol. You don't need to entirely like it. I feel like it's not like a massive thing. If you're not getting hydrated through normal means, coffee and alcohol don't help your case. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But I wouldn't eliminate it just because like, drink your water and you can also have your coffee and your alcohol, and there won't be any problems if you do it that way. So look, this is just a quick video. Hopefully you guys found some value in it. I definitely will flick back to this video whenever I'm kind of thinking, why am I still not able to hydrate well? Why do I have lots of brain fog? Why am I not exercising at my best? So yeah, hopefully you guys find some value in this. If you have any questions, just let me know. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.